What's up, team? Welcome to the video. I'm starting a YouTube show, as you can tell by the title. This is not the first episode. The first episode is going to be this Thursday. I'll be uploading weekly. It's going to be a Q&A style show, right? 10 to 15 minute videos. I'm going to answer one question per video. If you want to have your question answered, email me, mike@ontheregimen.com, and I will choose the questions that I feel like I can most help with, that also I think will be most beneficial to you guys. I'm really excited about this. I feel inspired for the first time in, I've uploaded one video in like 7 or 8 months at least, so it's been a while. But a lot of Elliot Hulse 2013-2014 era videos have been popping up on my home feed, which is just straight Q&A style, straight to the camera, one take, 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm pumped to start talking to the camera. So that's the announcement. That's what's about to happen, and you can tune in this Thursday for the first episode. Now, I'm going to talk about boring personal stuff that I, for whatever reason, feel an obligation to tell the camera. So feel free to X out, and I will see you on Thursday, unless you, for whatever reason, really care about my life. It's almost like I view making content, going back to 2013, I view making content as almost therapeutic, as talking about my life, but also talking about the things I'm most interested in. So when I don't make hardly any content for months, I feel like, if I look at that as a journal, I feel like there's a gap that I need to fill, that I need to like catch myself up on, right? It's not even so much as catching you guys up, even though that's what ends up happening. Like, I don't feel like I'm talking to people. I feel like I'm talking to myself on a camera. But so I for whatever reason, feel like I want to catch up this gap with tracking what's been going on. And these aren't necessarily, I guess you could look at them as excuses for not making content, or you could look at them as just like a life update, or like some good highlights, some bad highlights, whatever. But it's what I feel like sharing. And yeah, so the first thing is, I've been quite stressed with a lawsuit against me that I am in the process of, and on the back end of, by the time this video is up, hopefully it's completely over, settling on. And I don't think I can talk about the details right now, but I will if and when I'm allowed to. It's basically a shakedown from a trolley law firm that isn't a huge deal, but I don't know. I've never been sued before, and so it was a stressful process, and I'm excited for that to kind of be behind me. I also, 2 days ago, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but I'm just going to say it, and I'll check with Jordan first. My buddy Jordan Site and I were offered a formal offer for a book from HarperCollins. So we have an offer for a book on the table. I'm very excited about that. I'll talk more about that, obviously. It's going to be a fitness book, but I'll talk more about that when we know more and when I can share more. What else? What's been going on? For the last almost 2 years, I can't believe I'm putting this on. I never talk about my personal life, like dating stuff, on here, and I'm going to continue to not talk about it, but I do feel a sense of obligation to myself, and even a little bit to you guys, to discuss this. I've had a girlfriend for almost 2 years now. I think part of the reason I haven't discussed a lot of my dating up until now publicly is because I hadn't had a relationship that went longer than like 6 months max, going all the way back to 2011. So there wasn't a lot to say. That's been good interesting, challenging. I'm very introverted. She's extroverted, and like that's kind of the clash. So I'm working out how to continue to grind and execute, but also, I guess we're in the personal part of this video, so I'll ramble a little. But 2.5 years ago, whenever I first came across Jordan Peterson's content, I was in hindsight, a very nihilistic, not depressed place, but just continual existential angst. My values were misaligned. I was chasing the wrong things, even if it didn't always appear that way on camera. And through his content and some others, I came to the conclusion that it probably makes the most sense in terms of living a maximally meaningful life to have a family and procreate, which is almost the counterculture right now in the West. And I got to that conclusion. First of all, I didn't want to get to that conclusion because I was in such a bad place over the years from things that have happened to me in the past, betrayal, trust issues, and so it took a lot of personal work and also recently work with my girlfriend to be in a better place. But yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys, and I guess to put a cap on that, there was a part of me, and you can go to like parts of the Bible that talk about reasons for marrying, and I don't think that I am strong-willed enough or have enough, or maybe enough to offer, or just like I'm scared of the high-risk option of trying to have a maximally meaningful life that doesn't involve procreating, because having a family is just like, you know, it's a safer way to pave your way forward than to risk it all on another route, which can be business, which can be art, which can be like, you know, in another life could have been being a wartime general. If you look at the decision that Achilles made in the movie Troy, 2004 movie, Brad Pitt, you know, you can Google Achilles or Troy Achilles conversation with mom. It's a 3-minute YouTube clip, and the premise of it is like, you can go and you can have a family and you can raise wonderful kids and you'll find happiness, or you can go to war. And you know, she had these like his mom had the ability to intuit, to feel what was going to happen, but she basically said, you can go to war and you're going to be a hero and everyone will remember your name, but you will not come back from that war. And Achilles chose to go to war, and Mike Vacanti here in 2019 is on the path of choosing to have a family while also hopefully have maximal impact on the world outside of that. But I think that movie's a really good example of the path that a man needs to decide on for himself, like consciously decide on, okay, which route do I want to take here? And so I was resistant to that route for a number of reasons. The fame and the accolades and like the good feeling that come from accomplishment, as well as my aversion to commitment out of fear of deceit. But based on many factors, I think it makes the most sense for me to, I'm at least moving in that direction. So I'm giving the committed girlfriend thing a shot, and hopefully it doesn't make me a complete lazy, non-productive member of society. What else? My family's good. My dad is continuing to be jacked. I swear I had other things on here I wanted to talk about. I'm in a good place, like physically and mentally and spiritually. I'm in a continually improving place in all of those areas. I haven't always been perfect especially in how I've treated myself and my body at times, things I've put in my body, you know, lack of sleep, not always doing the smartest, and I'm not talking about like eating donuts and gaining an extra couple pounds of body fat, like not that kind of thing, but really like not treating my body like a gift or as like a vessel to take me through life, and doing things that are counterproductive. Yeah, but through various means, I feel like I'm on a good path forward in that regard. New York City is something interesting. I'm down in Florida right now. I'm in a hotel room. I feel like I make all these, like, I'm back on YouTube videos in Florida. The year of the robot was in Naples at a random hotel. But I'm in Florida. I recently have a real, like, feeling like New York isn't the place for a number of reasons. We'll talk more about this in the future, and I'm still coaching Gary on and off 3 months, Gary Vaynerchuk, with my buddy Jordan, so I'm in my off 3 months, September, October, November, but something about the busyness, the crowdedness, basically the yearning I have for ocean, for forest, for trees, for wind, for solitude, for being barefoot in grass, for being able to move. Like, when I get tastes of that, I feel so much better. For sun on my skin, for like serotonin, like for all of that, I want it. I want the space, I want the like stillness. And I had 3 weeks out in Long Island, which is back in August, which is basically like where I stay out there. There's nothing around. The houses are hundreds of feet apart. There's a lot of farmland. Like, it's that, and I loved it. And then coming back to the city, and I've lived in New York City for the better part of, well, I mean, basically for all of since early 2013. So there are many things I love about the city, but I'm feeling like I'm a separation there too, which is something I just wanted to document here. All right, that's enough boring rambling about me. New YouTube show. Oh, you know what? One more thing. I'm probably going to start a separate YouTube channel for long form content. I'll put something in the description for that channel if you want to go subscribe when I do upload a video there, which should be fairly soon. Feel free to go subscribe. I would love it if you want to listen to me talk for 45 minutes to an hour, possibly have guests on in that format. Mike V podcast or something like that is what I think I'm going to name the channel. So link in description, go subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. New video on this channel this Thursday. I will see you guys soon. Bye. Look at this. This is what happens when I forget my razor with my Northern European genetics. Like, why is there no hair here? Why is it just here? All right, bye guys.